Well, there are 4 cases left to be decided by the Supreme Court. More decisions are expected on Wednesday, and there are a few major opinions we are still waiting for. One of them being if the Biden administration can terminate the Trump-era immigration policy known as Remain in Mexico. The lower courts have so far blocked Biden from ending this policy. Another is on climate change, concerning the EPA's authority to regulate carbon emissions from existing power plants. Both directly target Biden policies. And if these don't go the way Democrats want, should we expect to see more unrest in the streets like we saw this weekend? I'm joined now by my panel to discuss, Republican strategist and host of 13-Minute News Hour, Bobby Eberle. Also with us, president of Stampede America, Holly Turner. Bobby and Holly, welcome. So great to have you on this Monday. I do want to get your reaction to this phenomenon that we saw over the weekend. So many major companies, they're now announcing that they'll cover travel expenses for employees who want to have abortions if their state won't allow it. So many of these companies made public statements denouncing the Supreme Court decision, include companies like Bumble, Amazon, Starbucks, MasterCard, DoorDash, Netflix, and more. Holly, I want to get your take. First, why are so many of these companies getting political?
I don't know. There were a couple of companies on that list that were not on some of the previous outspoken virtue signaling efforts in the past about the transgender stuff. So maybe they've learned a lesson. I don't know. It doesn't seem to me to be something that would help them run their business and help and retain their customer base. But I do find it to be just extremely ironic that these women are applauding this effort for them to be able to go have an abortion across state lines and not realizing that what that means is that the employer doesn't have to pay for maternity leave and that they get their employees back to work faster. I mean, where is the outrage over that? And it does not seem like it's going to be a good effort for these companies long term to retain their customer base. We've seen time after time when they take stands like this that it does affect their revenue. But I think right now everybody is just being very emotional about it and not really thinking through. And these social media makers are the ones that are making a lot of these decisions.
Yeah, I think you're right, Bobby. My question to some of these companies would be, if they come on the show, is that, okay, so you're doing this for one side, but what about an employee, a mom, a single mom, or a mom who chooses to have her baby? Are you going to help, maybe pay for daycare or do certain things like that? Because I haven't seen them. If you're going to do for one side, then shouldn't you do it for the other side?
Well, yeah, exactly, Allison. I mean, they're talking about what, $4,000 or $5,000 for these trips that they're willing to pay. That's a lot of money towards, young new families, bringing in that first newborn and setting up the household and adjusting. That money could really come in handy. I don't see the employer stepping up and announcing that they'll do that. But this is all driven by this ESG movement where the woke have taken over corporate boards. We saw it in education, entertainment, you name it. Now it's in corporate boardrooms where the biggest motivator is not their bottom line. It's how woke they can be, how much they can appeal to the fringe left. And so now they're offering this, which, again, as Holly mentioned, it's just, if you take a step back and think about it, it doesn't make any sense at all, because this is just saying, hey, we'll get you back to work so we can get more out of you and not have to pay benefits and other things like that. So it's just a weird knee-jerk reaction. But again, the main thing that we saw over the weekend is this violence that's erupted. Remember, when we thought that President Trump was going to be declared the winner of the 2020 election, everyone boarded up. When they thought it was Biden, they took away the boards. It's like the media, it just accept that the left can be violent. And here we go again. I hope everyone is prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law and actually send a message that if you're going to protest, you have to do it peacefully.
Yeah, you heard Maxine Waters, AOC out there.
Yes.
Talk about these businesses. We've got Stacey Abrams encouraging companies to even pull their businesses from certain states.
All right, friends, thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And before you go, please hit that subscribe button above. Once you do, tell your friends, share it, spread the word about the 13-Minute News Hour so we can keep growing. And for more great content, check out these videos right here, and I'll see you next time.